Hi, my name is Erica Schomer, and this is the story of my college experience for SAHE 5388. First, in choosing St. Edward's University, I wanted to find a college in a relaxed city with a promising theater program. I stumbled across SEU while auditioning for Texas colleges, and they invited me back to Scholarship Weekend, where I received a scholarship. So while the price tag seemed daunting, my financial aid award made it so that I could actually attend a private college. I'll be honest, I picked SEU on blind faith. It wasn't until after my first year that I discovered why I loved SEU. I enjoyed the small class sizes and the attention from the professor because I didn't feel like a number. And the community was astoundingly supportive and I really felt loved. I also really adored the SEU's mission statement, especially the piece that says students are helped to understand themselves, clarify their personal values, and recognize their responsibility to the world community. St. Edward's University has provided so many opportunities that help shape me into the person that I am today. One of my favorite programs at St. Edward's University was Hilltop Leaders, a year-long program for students interested in inspiring positive change. Really helped me develop cognitively as a participant and as a leader. So as a participant, it was the first key leadership program that helped shape my identity and who I wanted to become. And it helped me discover my strengths as I learned about leadership philosophies of local Austin leaders as well as Washington, D.C. leaders. And ultimately, we created a service project with Safe Place, a women's shelter, which helped tie the year together and what we learned. As a leader, I became the director of the program and created a curriculum, established weekly agendas, designed a Chicago trip, invited local Austin leaders, and motivated students on their service project. The next program is the Leadership Institute, where I grew cognitively as both a participant and a leader. So as a participant, I learned how to lead with integrity and disregard the impossible, Leadership's main mottos. There was also a strong community that I met there, and I also met my 4 best friends. We also created a vision, so my vision was to reinstate a school spirit organization on campus called Hillraisers, which I'll talk about in a bit. So as a director for the program, I got to create a committee of 3 other students and kind of pass down the torch, as you say. And there were a lot of challenges with this job and just wanting to know what the job expectations are and what does it mean to be in this role. But ultimately, I had a lot of growth and confidence and encourage myself as a student leader. After the Leadership Institute, I reinstated Hillraisers and got out of my comfort zone socially. We invited the community to support our fellow athletes and increase Hilltopper pride. Eventually, Hillraisers ended up transitioning to the Student Activities Office where it had a lot more funding and started thriving. During my summers, I dedicated my time towards orientation where I really expanded socially. So I created a strong support network, crystallized a lot of my values, and transferred my passion for SU as both a leader and a coordinator. I interned with Hilltop Hospitality, a tour guide service located in the admissions office where I grew cognitively. I learned a lot about professionalism and the inner workings of the admissions office, which ultimately prepared me to pursue student affairs as a career. One of my favorite experiences was studying abroad in Costa Rica through a leadership program called EcoLead. There I developed a lot morally. We talked a lot about environmental consciousness, and we made a commitment to do meatless Mondays, source food from ethical location and locally if possible, and use less energy at our apartment. So I started taking a lot of military showers and turning off my lights when I didn't need to use them. During one spring break, I did an alternative spring break experience where I advanced emotionally. We served the LGBTQIA+ community in San Francisco, as well as the HIV and AIDS community and people experiencing homelessness. I thought and reflected a lot about service and what I can do for others. So I want to talk a little bit about my mentors. Obviously, Dr. Kirkpatrick is one of them. She was very inspirational and influenced a lot of my personal development, probably more than she knows. She helped a lot with grad school applications and helped me figure out that Texas State was really a place that I could see myself, and she set an example of a wonderful student affairs practitioner. Lindsay Walker was my boss for 2 years and was instrumental in my leadership development. She taught me a lot about positive social change and making a difference in the world. And also Melinda Ramirez, she was a mentor for keeping a healthy lifestyle and just making sure that I was doing okay in school and things like that. There were also plenty of growing moments and aha moments throughout my college career. So when I was in Washington, D.C. with Hilltop leaders, we were talking to a speaker and they said, if you don't like what you're doing, don't do it. And I had this epiphany of, oh my goodness, I don't want to do theater anymore. I want to do writing. I want to be a writing major. So at the end of the semester, I switched majors. In another instance, when I was trying to reinstate Hillraisers as a student organization, I had someone tell me that I couldn't and shouldn't do it because of a previous president's actions. They kind of left the org in a space that was a little bit negative, but I learned resiliency and ended up reinstating it anyways, kind of changing the image, and it ended up thriving and going under the Student Activities Board. Another thing that I learned, especially throughout my service and all of the programs that I had been in, is that people can do a lot of good in the world, and I really committed to compassion after attending SEU. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed my digital story of my college experience. If you have any questions, just let me know.